Hello, how the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. Welcome to the channel and welcome to kind of a different style video. I just wanted to speak to why I haven't posted at all this weekend. It might not seem like that much. Oh, he took a weekend off, but this is actually something I've never done. I haven't posted in 3 days, and it is because of some personal reasons. Ash is a content creator I really love and admire, and he does videos like this with some frequency where he kind of pulls back the curtain, and I figure I'm just going to do one take and share something with you now. I'm not going to like overshare, I think, because that's not exactly my style, but I also want to include you guys in what's going on. So basically, if we look here, it says 2 days, but I haven't posted in 3 days on this channel, and I actually had a 2-day break, 3-day break over here. Similarly, I haven't posted on any of my channels in 3 days. And I did have some bad news in my family. Fortunately, things are very good, but one of my parents came down with something very serious that required emergency surgery. That happened Thursday night, and then the surgery was midday Friday. It was very serious surgery. It was brain surgery, but it did go very well. So I'm very happy, and I was very relieved. But I basically haven't been able to bring myself to do what I'm doing now since then, since Thursday night, Friday morning. And it's because it's hard to get myself in the headspace as a content creator to say, how the heck are you? And smile to the camera if I'm not feeling that way. I will say I'm not feeling bad. The surgery went phenomenal. I've been trying to be optimistic for my family and my siblings, for my parents this whole time, my extended family. But it did shake me. Like Friday, there was a very scary moment, as you might imagine, with something like this. And since then, it's been uphill and everything's looking positive and rosy, but it's been hard to regain my camera composure to take what I'm doing right now seriously. And that is not to belittle my job, though my job is maybe a little sillier than the average person's job. I'm unbelievably grateful that I get to do this for a living, but just with the perspective of how serious real life can be, it's hard to approach this, or it has been for me for a couple days now, to approach filming videos like this about video games and be as serious about the videos and about the content I'm discussing as I would like to be. You know, I kind of pride myself on taking the games I play very seriously and getting really into them, diving deep, blah, 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 stuff like that. But it's hard to feel serious about Neza or Erlang Shen or new content or anything when it's just real life is feeling so serious right now. So that's something I've struggled with a little bit in the past, but never as acutely as I have this weekend. So I just wanted to open up about that and also apologize that I haven't been posting these past couple days. Like I said, everything's going really well right now. It's going to be a long recovery, but a full recovery is entirely expected by the doctors and specifically by the neurosurgeons. So I'm not worried. I don't need condolences or anything like that. But yeah, I did want to peel back that curtain, just kind of explain what it can be like. Also, I will say if anyone wants some normal content from me as soon as possible, I will post a normal style video, not like this, on my Raid channel later today. So if you just want that vibe, just breaking down a very difficult pay-to-win event we have live in that game right now, but a really fun one. So you can find a link to that channel in the description in the top pinned comment. Honestly, it just feels lower stakes on that channel, so it's an easier re-entry into posting normal content, even though it's only been a couple days. I figured I'd start off over there. You know, when you do a job like this as a content creator, it can be a really lonely job. You don't have any colleagues. I have Mitchell, he's my part-time editor. He mostly edits stuff on my other channels. He's fantastic. I have amazing moderators, volunteers, fellow content creators I'm friends with. But, you know, you're kind of on this island, and it's a really fun island to be on. And I'll tell you, professionally, it's a really cool island to be on because you get to benefit directly from all your success. And on the other side of the coin, you know, I also feel the hit of every failure, but that's a cool place to be in when it's your business, right? Like touching all the different parts and really getting to directly benefit and directly move with your success, assuming you're able to do that. And something I've been fortunate to have. So because of that, I mean, for a very long time now, since like my first 2 months of doing this, I've treated this like my job and I've treated it like a business because that's what it is. It's like kind of become my career now. So it's something I take very seriously. But the entire thing at the end of the day is pixels on the screen. I care very deeply about these pixels on the screen. But I mean, this is like a really cool but little boy that kind of looks like a girl who's going to be amazing. And I've already filmed content on it, and I hope to get that out to you very soon. But it's hard to get as excited and invested in that as I'd like to be when there's the backdrop of like potential family tragedy. So if any other content creators are watching, I'd love to hear people's thoughts about this if it's something you've had to deal with. But for me personally, I just couldn't bring myself to be on camera. And that's not like I was worried I was going to break down or not keep it together, because fortunately things are going well. So I haven't had to have a moment like that besides like an initial crazy panic on Friday. But with that, with the backdrop of how serious that all is, it's been very hard to hype myself up and be the person on camera that I want to be for you guys. Because at the end of the day, I do think my character, Fastidious, is extremely close to who I am as a person. But it isn't the same person. It's close, very close, but it's exaggerated and it's a character. At the end of the day, I'm a normal dude just in this office by myself, this tiny little room, talking to nothing right now. And in an hour from now, it won't be nothing. I'll be talking to you guys. But right now, that's all it feels like, and that's all it is. So I'd like to think I'm being no character at all right now. And I'll tell you, I don't seek to be a character. I don't think most content creators seek to perform, but it's just part of the gig. You know, you try to be as sincere as possible, but at the end of the day, you develop catchphrases and this, and you have your styles. Some people more, some people less. But it does feel like when you go onto the character and you go to dive deep and talk about the new characters in this game or any of the games I cover, you're kind of entering a mode. And I've just been unable to enter that mode for a couple days, and I apologize. And I really hope tomorrow I will have content for you on every single one of these channels. Like I said, I've recorded some Watch Over Realms stuff, like footage, like gameplay, but I just haven't been able to make a guide or do a breakdown. You know, I didn't do a Should You Summons this weekend for Artemis and Hot Sit. It's the first time I didn't do a Should You Summon video in a very long time. And I just couldn't do it. So that's basically that. And I just thought maybe it would help to lend a little perspective into the way it feels for me. And it's nothing too serious. So I do apologize. I feel like maybe I'm coming off a little dramatic. But that is basically something I reconcile with. I'm doing very well at this job, and that's really cool. You know, paying bills for the family, enjoying the work, feeling productive. It's all very positive. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be really honest with you guys now. One of my parents has a brain issue and, you know, is at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City. And it's like all these specialists working on them. And I'm thinking, should have I gone to medical school? Should have I done something that was more helpful than this? And I'd like to think this helps some people because entertainment's a good escape. But it's hard for me to dive into the escape and to provide people with the escape when I'm feeling very present in a scary reality. I hope I articulated that correctly. There you go. I don't want this video to go much longer. Thank you guys so much. A bunch of people actually reached out to me, which I guess shows how much I post, that I didn't post for like 72 hours, and a lot of people messaged me. And to anyone who messaged, thank you. To anyone who didn't, also thank you, because it's no big deal. Nothing's wrong. But I did realize once I started receiving the messages, I should hop on camera and at least explain a little bit what has been going on. So I guess to leave you guys with this, everything's really, really good with my family right now. Of course, things can still happen. There's one more procedure tomorrow, but it's technically not even a surgical procedure. I don't think I want to share more specifics than that, but it's something, it's like I'll just tell you, it's called an embolization. So you can look that up if you want, but very low risk, and it should be helping with the recovery and certainly preventing future incident. So yeah, things should be really, really good. And I'm hoping I feel up to it tomorrow to do more than just a video like this. I'm not going to do a video like this again. I'm really only doing this video right now because I feel like I had to say something. But I do promise as soon as I feel comfortable, I'll be putting out a lot of content. If I'm feeling great tomorrow, I'll tell you right now, I'll put out at least 10 videos next week. You know, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do it. And I do have stuff prepared for Morden, A1 Morden videos, stuff prepared for Draylin, stuff prepared for Erlang Shen, and stuff prepared for Neza. So you can look forward to that. Hopefully I get it to you sooner rather than later. Thank you guys again. I've been Fastidious. Send a lot of love to all of your families. Share it with your mothers and your fathers and everybody. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.